Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Tuesday, February 4th, 2020. All right, so today we're sort of in a transition between the energies of yesterday and the energies going into tomorrow. Today we still do have the moon in Taurus, so the theme likely around cultivating our inner and outer resources and taking things slowly and steadily from that more grounded approach to things. With this, we are in the gibbous phase of the lunar cycle now, so maybe starting to notice some momentum as we approach the next full moon later this week. And from yesterday, we do have Venus sextiling up to Saturn still, so maybe some grounded energy in terms of how we're relating with others, maybe valuing a bit of that responsibility and discipline. And tomorrow, going into tomorrow, Mercury sextiling up to free-spirited Uranus could be good for maybe learning some new things, communicating in new and different ways, and maybe mixing up the routine here a little bit. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Tuesday. And again, we are using the actual size of the constellations called true Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, definitely check out that link down below for more information because the signs are different. All right, so let's take a look here at the moon in Taurus, where the moon was yesterday as well, placing a theme on the more stable and resourceful aspects of life and of ourself. So this part of the lunar month, good to develop this resourcefulness. Could be cultivating our inner resources like self-value, inner strengths, but also external resources as well. Really good time for connecting to nature, maybe some of the sensual life, and again, having that gratitude for what we do have in our values in life. And with this gibbous phase, we are starting to build a bit of momentum. There's this trine between the sun and moon, both in earth signs. And so the larger context is still around what takes time with Capricorn, right, building that long-term side of ourselves. And so this harmonizes very well with that bigger picture and this slow and steady energy that we can work with here today. And probably just noticing a bit of momentum and some wind in our sails as we do approach this full moon later this week. All right, so in terms of the aspects, it is a kind of cusp day, you could say, in the sense that we're still under a bit of the influence of yesterday's Venus sextile Saturn and going into tomorrow's Mercury Sextile Uranus. So the thing with these sextiles, though, is they are just a bit of an opening. They aren't like more transformative or more challenging kind of energies to work with. So we're not forced into it. And in fact, you could even look at this week or this part of the week as a bit of a kind of space between more of the intenser, stronger types of aspects that we've had coming from January. But in this sense, they do signify openings. And so if there is anything that is an opening where when it comes to your enjoyments and relationships, you do want to bring a bit of stability. We still do have this Venus sextile Saturn, good for taking things slowly and steadily in those relationships, maybe things like commitment or responsibilities or things that require discipline when it comes to both how we're connecting with others and just simply how we're connecting to life, oftentimes with Venus, and taking that long-term approach to our values in general. And then going into tomorrow, probably the later part of today, we'll start to feel this Mercury sextiling Uranus, which is an opening to mix some things up with our mind, with communication, and possibly our routine, right? Uranus gets us thinking outside the box, challenging the status quo a little bit. That could be our own status quo as well, which makes it a really good time for experimenting, thinking in new and different ways, communicating in new and different ways. Again, getting outside that comfort zone a little bit when it comes to mind, communication, and possibly routine could be a good way of working with this. But of course, this will be stronger as we get into tomorrow, and we'll still have that in orb tomorrow as well. All right, so a couple openings here today is the most important thing, an opening with that more grounded energy of Saturn with values and relationships, and into tomorrow a bit of the erratic yet maybe exciting or different energy with Mercury sextiling Uranus going into tomorrow. We do have this gibbous phase, some momentum building this part of the lunar month. And in this context, Taurus, how can we take things one step at a time and cultivate the inner resourceful aspects of ourselves and to connect enjoy and be grateful for the external resources in life as well. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the next daily video. Take care.